Good morning, Mr. Masondo.
Hi, how are you?
Good and you.
Very well, thank you.
I firstly want to say a huge thank you for taking the time out of your day. I know you run a very busy practice, or practices should I say, and your time here is very valuable to us, and it's much appreciated by myself and the company. Why don't you give us more insight about yourself?
Okay. Tosis Masondo is my name. I'm a physiotherapist from UKZN for medical scientist, then who ventured into physiotherapy later. I'm working in the private sector in a landmark group, one of the hospitals in Lavena Private Hospital, located in Northern KZN, Ladysmith. A simple guy who loves physiotherapy, who believes that physiotherapy is an intake, treating your pain without medication and rehabilitating you back to life. I'm a physiotherapist who's interested in physio, who really loves physio. I'm currently doing my master's in physiotherapy as well with UKZN, hoping to finish soon. And yes, I'm a physio guy, neurophysio, ICU physio, PEDS physio, musculoskeletal physio. It's what I do. So I studied physio 2006 back at UKZN, and then I've been working with government obviously for some years until 2016. 2017 I started my private practice, of which, like any other business, it starts young, it starts small. Started with one patient like any other person for a couple of years. But by God's grace we managed to come up. So I started my practice in 2017, the 1st of January 2017 to date. So it's about 6 years now in the practice, and I'm seeing God's grace improving each day.
Cool, thank you. So you're a complete physio guy, right?
Yeah.
All right. Why have you joined PMDS?
PMDS, yeah. PMDS, it's friends. It's not literally a company, but it's friends who really bring out your dream. So if I had to define PMDS, I'll say it's just a company that really bring out your dream into reality. My friend Krian, who I was working with, introduced me to PMDS because he inspired me to actually venture into private, and then he introduced me into PMDS. They're the company that does the billings. So what happens is you just send the stickers to them, and the rest is history. So my job is to touch the patient and do what I'm good at, which is physio job. So I don't have to worry about any other thing outside physio job. So I studied physio, so I only do physio. That's what I want to do. And then I just send whatever I do to them, they take it over from there. So it's a company that does our billings, our medical aid claims. Every medical aid gets sorted. It's a company that makes sure that your hard work pays out at the end of the day. It's a company that really brings your dream into reality in terms of returns, in terms of business wise. So yeah, PMDS, it's that company that just sought me out with that.
What difference has PMDS made to your practice?
A lot. A lot. Oh, a lot. I promise you, a lot. With physiotherapy or any other medical division for that matter, or occupational therapy, orthotist, dietitian, psychologist, whatever in private, I promise you they'll sort you out. Because you can see 20 patients, but if you've got a poor company that runs your billings or that takes over your work, you're good as one patient a day. So they make sure that you see what you're doing. So I had companies, I've changed from one company to the next. Even on the software, billing software, I've changed from million softwares to the next, of which there was no change. I'll have patients, but I will not have returns. I will not see what I'm doing, and I'll be forever be discouraged because now I don't get returns. But these guys, they make sure that whatever you do, you get noticed for, you get paid for. Physios will know, even any other health professionals will know how early we wake up. We strive, we run after the sun the entire day. So it's very discouraging to run after the sun the entire day and then we don't get returned. But with these guys, they make sure that whatever you work for, each and every patient that you see, you are getting paid for and in full. If you have any issues, they sort you out. So great difference.
Does the services offered meet your expectations?
Yes, of course. Yes, it does. Actually, it's actually over my expectations. What I noticed with these guys, they will actually, they will, when they build, they actually explain every single thing that they are doing. You are there with them, you know what's happening, you know which patients they are sorting out. If you are having any problems, you know which patient has a problem and you know the way forward. You know exactly that whatever you work for, you're going to get in return. And they are very transparent. Even when they are giving your invoices, they will explain. This is the audit sheet, this is what happened, this is how your business worked. So you even know where you are in the business, whether you're in the winning side or in the losing side, of which I've never experienced a losing side. But they will actually let you know what's happening. So they made my expectations even beyond my expectations. They gave me a peace of mind. Physiotherapists will tell you, once they receive a referral, they are excited, but once they read a sticker and they discover, oh, this medical aid, they don't want to treat that patient. But with these guys, every medical aid counts.
How would you describe the team and the interactions with them?
The team is very friendly. It's just 1 minute away, 1 second away. They're not a company who are too big to actually address their clients. You can call them at any time. You can ask whatever you want to ask. They will explain it to you. They are reliable. They just have your back. It's not your practice, but it's the team's practice. They treat your practice as if it's their practice as well. And they give you preference all the time. All the time you matter, all the time you are important, all the time you are ahead, and all the time they work so hard that your businesses succeed. So they interact very well with you. They're so respectful. They are reliable. When they say they'll call you, they'll call you. When they say they will deal with this, they will deal with it. So yeah, very good tip.
How likely are you to refer PMDS to other medical professionals in the industry?
Very, very, very highly likely, like 100%, even more than that. So for everyone, every other medical professional, if you have issues with your billing, try them. I assure you, it takes a month to see a remarkable difference with your billings. If you have issues with your claims, if you have a lot of rejection, if you cannot get your authorizations, if you can't get going with your practice, I promise you, your work is to do physio. Let them do what they do. Just focus on physio and let them focus on the rest of your practice.